Well, hello there. Here we are playing Date Z on PlayStation 5. This game is free on PlayStation Store for everybody, at least the first episode. So, it's easy platinum, you can get it. Let's go. The settings first. Oh, you can skip this cutscene, skip after choices. There, let's go. New game. Oh, she's sitting on his face. Wow. It is March 23, 2015, Monday, 6:47 a.m., a school day. A rat infected with what will become known as the necrotic pathogen has escaped into Massville by Friday, March 28, 2015. The first serious outbreak will occur. Massville High is the high school you attend. Whether you survive this coming outbreak depends on the choices you make in the next 5 days. In the end, there is only one way out of this situation alive. You must get yourself a day by Friday. No pressure. 6:47, the alarm clock in your room does its best to keep you from missing your first day of school. The radio is a present from your mom. It's a clock radio, something she still thinks of as a cool. A smooth and oddly smoky feminine voice slides out of your radio. Salutations and good morning, Massville High. It's 6:47 on this crisp Monday morning of the rest of your life. A new school week is starting and we have a few growing transfer students joining the hall today. That's you, one of the growing transfer students joining the school today, mid-semester. Let's show them a traditional Massville High welcome. Some polite, basic and no general interference. This is Oriana Graves coming to you from Massville High's own private radio station, Free Radio MH 96 MHz, 96.3 on your dials, and 5 block radius around the campus. As if it wasn't weird enough that the school was built on an old Air Force base. Now, cool cats, I've got to start giving you all the scoop on the daily juice so I can make sure I can make it to class. The rest of you should do the same. Sleepyhead hands up dead. The way she hits the word dead sends a shiver down your spine. Check the clock, 6:50. Classes start at 7:30, so there's actually time for some more shut-eye. We get up. We have to. You know you have to. You roll out of bed, your clothes set out already. You're able to be on your way in only about a minute. Wait a second. This music is little too loud. Wow, it's fine. You're able to be on your way in only about a minute. You spend a few more making sure you don't look like you just rolled out of bed. Now it's time to meet the other students. Your first period is waiting F.101 in room A15 French class. Massville High, a school built on an old military air base. The buildings, the dorms you just left, and just about everything else are renovated military buildings. Built in 1942, Massville Air Base was technician field for the Pacific Northwest. the military closed it down in 1993. In 1998, the land was released from the federal government, making use of the previously unattended and dilapidated military air base infrastructure. Massville High was founded. Some of the buildings look quite normal, however, at the center of campus, the old control tower stands up in the fog like a lighthouse. It feels like someone is watching you from it as you make your way to class. Oh, Madame Bouvard. Bonjour. Mon vieux monsieur. Oh, l'enfer cesse la stress. I only had a few semesters of French. Bonjour. Moments, only had a few semesters of French. Bonjour. I should hope not. I hope you will be staying for some time. Ah, you are the new student. Choose your seat. I might suggest Madame Bouvard, the French teacher. She comes off very French, which to young men like yourself generally means confusing and only sexually charged. She points to a specific seat. Trust me, man, this is the one. Something in her eyes lets you know she's not joking. It's probably the fact that she's the teacher. So you sit. As the students start to trickle in, the teacher starts the introduction. Salute. Je m'appelle Madame Bouvard, enchanté de vous rencontrer. I am Madame Bouvard, your French teacher for what may very well be the rest of your lives. The teacher is hard to focus on as girls start to enter the class. You always thought that French class was made up almost entirely of cute girls. At your last school, that had not been the case. You had been putting boys and the old, very egg-shaped professor Chaperon wasn't even French, he'd been Dutch or something. Each girl seemed to get their own moment as they came in and took their seats, each of them taking a seat directly around you. Remember what we've been practicing. Introduce yourself. All in France. So this is Vivi. Salut. Je m'appelle Vivi. Frequent de souffrir. Elle souffre déjà de ce qu'il craint. I'm butchering this, but I have to read it. The first girl that comes through speaks with the confidence of someone fluent in the language. No one likes a show-off baby, and Jean Lafontaine is a hack. The second girl marches in with confidence. She looks like she came from the Walking Dead. Je m'appelle Alicia. Is that all? On liberty, credit the crimes of combat, and unknown. The generic teenage rage and angst rolls off her. Just sit, my young revolutionary. Je m'appelle Paty, Miss Bouvard. I smashed my diorama for 5th period and I really want to try to fix it. Something about the third girl is so weirdly wholesome. Maybe it's the way she seemed to think of pale rhymes with my apple. Sit down, Paty. Yes, Madame Bouvard, right. Je m'appelle. Well, Madame Bouvard, I've heard rumors that last and before she's intense. Like she's trying to play a newsroom correspondence on an old sitcom. I sit down, Bow. The rumors though suggest that you and Sit down. Bow. We have French to learn. I will know that you refuse to ransom. 4 girls, each sits around you in cardinal directions, and you in the center. Your French teacher gives you a bit of smoke. Now, last week we were talking about the French Red-Eyes who left this written on the Mona Lisa. She writes out L-A-J-O-U on the board. Oh, he raises her hand, waving it back and forth. However, she doesn't even wait to be called on. It sounds like Ella. She is correct, this is French, but it means burning in her palm. However, a better translation is she has a fire below, as the man who made the pun internationally famous explained. He's suggesting that even though you can see it, there is a deep, burning sexual fire deep inside this and every woman. This was important because at the time the teacher keeps talking as other students come in introducing themselves. However, it feels like a small little world develops around it. Maybe only is trying to show off. Just because I read and you don't. Alicia reads comic books, probably. Alicia mostly reads romance novels. Kettleback. I had one of those books with the hunky guy on the cover laying around. You brought a book like that to school? Which one? So you're the new kid, right? It takes a few moments for you to realize that she was talking to you. In fact, all 4 girls are staring right at you suddenly. It takes a few moments for you to realize that she was talking to you. In fact, all 4 girls are staring right at you suddenly. Yes, the teacher is kind of weird, isn't she? No, she isn't. Yes, I'm the new student. That much is pretty obvious. Welcome to Vier's class, she's great. I think she's sleeping with the gym teacher. He wishes. She's nice but often in her own little world, says the queen of the airheads. This I'm queen of something instead of what? Are you Steve McQueen? Yeah, if he was a badass instead of a beach boy. I need to find a new scoop to write about something or someone interesting. Looking for a new victim. If you find one, ask if he knows anything about model building in glue. I keep gluing my fingers together and it's really annoying. Nail polish remover will resolve that. See the chemical acetone acts as an organic solvent. Weak, no one asks you. Those girls seems like a fun bunch to be around with. They keep going on about school stuff. Too bad you're not involved anymore. That is quite enough, all of you. Please focus on the lesson at hand. As I was saying, the way that sexuality and art intersect is as close as humanity comes to the divine. The rest of the class is not boring, however, we don't think you ended up learning any French or much of anything else. This wasn't a good first day, in fact it was terrible. You failed to make any friends or leave any impression whatsoever. The only person who actually noticed you roaming around the school pointlessly was your French teacher. Mon beau, there you are. She grabs you by the shoulders and looks at you seriously. I cannot help but notice that a young man such as yourself seems to be avoiding the attention of mademoiselles. Young people should get to know one another, may be surprised how hard it is to make friends when you are older. Life can be quite sad if you stay in your own little bubble, but c'est la vie. Some people prefer to be part of the crowd. She pats you on the shoulder and hands off, like she's giving you some kind of wisdom or something. You aren't very impressed. 1 week later, after a week of keeping your head down and just trying to fit into your new school, there's a zombie outbreak and you're all up front in front of the same girls. You didn't seem interested in getting to know. Your last thought is that you have no idea if this is ironic or not. You just know that it sucks. Is your French teacher laughing at you? You kind of hope she dies next. I found it. It's real. I knew it. I just hope I have enough time. I guess time isn't as big an issue as I think if this works. I'm going back. You just unlocked time travel. Now you can take a step back in the dialogue or rewind to one of the previous encounters. I didn't have many choices. What to do? Travel back in time. It's Monday, 6:47, a school day. It's again with this. Zoom in, R2. Oh, there's many of these. So I should just sleep over. Oh, I already have this one. I have this one. Whether you survive this coming outbreak depends on the choices you make in the next few days. Next 5 days. In the end, there is only one way out of this situation. You must get laid. That will save the world. Figuratively and literally. We already read this, we don't need to read it again. We pressed to get last time, so let's hit the snows. 6:55 a.m. You don't even remember hitting the snooze button, but your clock radio blares now. Class is a lot closer now, but if anything you feel more tired after snoozing. Let's do the snooze again. Hit the snooze button again. There will be plenty of time for school when you're done sleeping. Your dream about battling naked mad woman in the Thunderdome is interrupted by a lightning splitting in the sky. It's just your clock radio blaring as loud as it can. Snooze again. Class can wait. You want to return to the depths of dreamland and the mad woman. The dream goes weird. The mad woman turned out to be demons. They have your face. They're ripping you apart. And no, who is that? It's your crush from your old school. She's going to save you. Her hand is so soft and you're kissing her. You always wanted to. Knock, knock. There's a pounding at the door. There's a feminine quality to the loud knock. Glaringly, you pull on a shirt and answer the door. Huh? Ooh. She came to our room. Huh? Standing in the doorway is an older woman, you know, teacher when you see one. Bonjour, mon voyou. Shouldn't you be in class? French, it's your teacher from first period. You must have slept for the start of class and she came to get you. Can I go to the school? I lost track of the time. Isn't it Sunday? Let's go, we don't go to the school. So you are just a random vagabond using our dorms. Well then, my clever drifter, you will have to fill the seat of this missing man whose room you're in just for today. She clearly didn't buy it, though you did get a genuine smile out of the older woman. Come along now. Her grip is firm, it's clear you're not the first student she's physically dragged to class. Bonjour, we have a new student who got lost on the way to class. Everyone meet Marmot. He is adorable but very sleepy. He is a new transfer student. You don't know what Marmot means, but your guy's sense lets you know that the class is full of cute girls, and they are all very amused by the nickname. Not in a good way. Please don't call me that. Then please be on time next time. Now please take a seat and make sure I do not hear from you for the rest of class. You hear a small wave of feminine giggles from the class as you find your seat. Worse still, the only open seat seems to be in the middle of a bunch of cute girls with mean smiles. Thankfully, a girl with a diorama comes in a few moments later and pulls attention away from you. Ah, Madame Bouillard, I'm so sorry I'm a bit late. My diorama is kind of falling apart. It needs more glue. Can I just go to the library or something instead of take the chance to disappear into the class? The girl spends a bit of time trying to argue fruitlessly with the teacher. The class is interesting, but the teacher spends so much time talking about the art and philosophy of French, she doesn't really explain anything about the French language. The bell for the end of French class finally goes off after what feels like an eternity of facts about French cinema and whatever the French New Wave is. However, just as you think that you are about to get to sneak out, you boy, may I have a word? You look pleadingly at the girls in class with you. Some of them give you soft smiles, but they all leave very quickly, so as not to get caught up in whatever it is. Now I know you're new to Massville High, but we take things like truancy and lateness quite seriously here. You've heard the speeches before. Well, her accident might make it a bit more novel than others you heard. It's more of the same straighten up and fly right kind of spiel. Perhaps it's poetic, but by the time you make it out French class, you're running late for your next period. Got trophy, bonjour. Attended your first French class. The halls are all empty as the short period between classes gets ever closer to the next class start time. However, you can't not stop when you see something that's only ever seen in cartoons and TV shows. A person getting out of a locker, surprisingly curvy girl manages to squeeze herself out of surprisingly small locker. So, salutations. Obviously surprised, the young woman quickly faces you head on and stares you down as if you are the one being strange for staring at her. You're one of the new transfer students, right? Trapped by the politeness of society, you nod. Great then, let me interview you, get your fresh perspective on this strange school. I slowly pieced together a few things. One, this girl was inside the locker by choice. Was she spying on people? Two, she is clearly at least partially insane. Who does that? Three, you're going to be late to gym class if you don't get going. Stay and get interviewed. Don't be any later to gym. We can get back to this. Let's get interviewed, then we will go back and choose this one. Yeah, okay, you can ask me a few questions. As the new transfer student, are you part of any outside group secretly trying to look into the goings on as mysterious as they may be this campus? What do you mean, like an undercover cop? What do you mean, like some kind of government spook? Like some kind of vigilante? Let's go with the vigilante. Like some kind of vigilante? No, because a vigilante works on their own, obviously, and I was talking about more of a conspiracy. What do you think? Why do you think I will be part of some conspiracy? Like I said, this campus has some strange things going on, and wow, a 19-year-old superstar reporter will crack the case. She strikes a bit of a pose as if expecting someone to take a photo of her. No one does. Why were you in the locker? Eavesdropping on people. She doesn't break the pose even as her smile fades. Before you can ask a follow-up, the late bell rings, and I'm off to make sure my next case isn't a guy stuck in Saturday school. Not even seeming to be a little self-conscious about talking in the third person, the exuberant young woman is off. That would be as well. You are a bit late. But the teacher doesn't make a big deal about it. He just tells you to find a team with the least people on it and join them. You got Trophy and Connie. Meet Bio. What kind of name is that? Passing through the main campus after everything seems to have gone pretty well. Just in time to slam into another student. The young woman had been half running along, holding diorama up and out, and it's clear that the diorama took the brunt of the attack. It had probably been a wind farm before the collision. Now it looked more like a diorama of a smashed bunch of cardboard. Oh no. We will help her. You bend down to help her pick up the pieces. I don't even know how it crumpled like this. I thought it was sturdier than this. Let me help you. Thanks, a true gentleman. Despite how annoying it must be to have the obvious class project smash, she seems very happy to have the help. Two of you collect the very sticky and very broken bits of plastic, cardboard and plaster. But this used to be a new in school. Do people really say things like children? I'm new in school. Let's be concerned about her. But this used to be a big farm, a tiny one, a tiny fake one, kind of. I put a lot of work into this. She gets a dark look as she stares at the remains of her diorama. I'm supposed to give a presentation on green power. The whole thing gave a spoon. I spent a lot of time on this, like a lot. Hours, I don't even know. I mostly worked on it while watching TV. She takes a deep breath and stares at the broken wreckage of her work. This is horrible. As the two of you stand to the breeze up, your hands bump. She looks away as they do, as if not wanting to meet your eyes. Well, mostly horrible. The smile you get from Patty makes this momentary embarrassment from having crushed the diorama worth it. Oh, sweet, we have a trophy. Meet Patty. So what is this? Huh? I choose where to go. I have two more girls to meet. Let's go here. Oh man, you peek into the gym during the break. It seems to be mostly using the PE gear to play around. At first you thought they were playing dodgeball, but they just seem to be doing lots of things with the balls, mostly throwing them at each other. Hey, new kid. The PE teacher goes out for you, then checks his notebook. Right. This is coach. They didn't give me your name. Why do I always get last week's sheets? You know, we won 3 straight state volleyball championships. Are you telling me this for some kind of reason? Do you care what I have to say, or are you just talking the talk? Championships don't matter, you know. Are you telling me this for some kind of reason? Let's go with the first one. Are you telling the coach doesn't not even slow down as he talks over you? His practice at shouting down teenagers is clearly top notch. I wanted to be 4 so badly. Alicia, she's my chance. She's the key. If only she wasn't so volatile. He turns and stares into the trophy case. There seems to be an empty spot next to the 3 other trophies. I need this to make sure people remember me after I'm gone from this school. They look in this trophy case and think that coach got full of those. You don't have anything to add, though you do wonder if he's having a midlife crisis. Whatever you do, Nuki, don't get into teaching. It seems good summers off. Steady pay, get to hang out. School all day, no one notices, no one cares. Sensing that none of this is pertinent to you, you back out of the gym slowly. What the hell? Well, this is only 3 choices. Let's go here. You decide to climb the tower. You saw someone up there and they looked like a student. They can do it, you can. It's a lot taller than you thought it would be. It takes a bit to climb. And as you reach the top, you don't see anyone. You were sure you saw someone up here before. Maybe you imagine it. However, you think you see what looks like the science teacher having a heated argument with a student across campus near the science labs. Not as interesting as someone being up here. The view is great, but eventually you head back down. So, I can talk with only these 2. Let's go with Bayou. You decide to hang out with Bayou while she works on her stories. So what are you working on? A real humdinger of story. It's about the top rivalries at our school. Well, it's a whole series I've been doing. Massville High is massive rivalry problem. I haven't gotten the name of the series yet, but I have 2 pieces done and I'm working on this one here about Vivek and Jill. 2 of Massville High's best students that have been, not at each other's throats for weeks. She checks her notes. A week at least. I've been following it for a week. I think it went on longer than that. Vivi, as the source prefers to be called, thinks that Jill is being taken advantage of by our science teacher. She's probably not wrong, but she's also jealous. Why do you care about all this? What is Jill working on? How much eavesdropping does your work take? Let's go with this. What is Jill working on? That's the $6 million question. I honestly wish I knew. Whatever it is, she thinks it's big. Even the teachers she's working with thinks it's big. Vivika doesn't think it's big, or Vivi, she doesn't think it's big. She thinks that Evans is just wasting Jill's time because she's young and naive. If there's one thing I dislike, it's someone who takes advantage of the power they have over people who don't have any. I think the key to cracking this whole case wide open. Maya bites the ends of her pen and she gets an intense look on her face. Is finding out what Professor Evans is really up to. After that, she gets a bit of a far off look. This school's powder cake is giving off sparks. I feel the silence after that go on for a moment. Not long, like what she said was cool. We always talking cliches. Someone has to do it before it's too late. Let's not. She gives you the devil may care. Green. Going to go. Eavesdrop near the teacher's lounge. Keep your own ears out. He gets her stuff together and heads off. Introduction to interviewing. Completed the first romance scene with Mayo. This is developing. What the hell? So I need to clear all this. We have 7 more. After the break period is over, you make your way to the history classroom. Oh man, this guy is a history teacher too. They want you to do your best and extend the honor to the honor of a nation as its life. Greeting class, you look around the class in a double take as the PE teacher seems to be at the front of the room. No one else seems surprised by this, so you assume it's normal. Written on the board is the name Mr. Coxwell. You assume that is the PE coach or history teacher. That's probably their name. Everyone can open the book too. Page 306. Is that where we left off? No, but it's a good starting place if we're going to actually get through the subject matter before the standardized tests. Yeah, okay, who wants to start reading on page 306? Maybe nobody asks you. Maybe just sticks her tongue out at Alicia. It seems friendly. I get the feeling that Mr. Coxwell doesn't give history the same kind of energy he gives. The rest of the period is just people talking, towards reading. However, you keep being distracted by giggling, shifting sounds. However, whenever you look back, it's just Alicia Bayo sitting in the back corner. You can't shake the feeling that they're doing something interesting with one another whenever you're not looking. Class ends well before you actually see anything, but you thought you saw them rubbing legs under the table. They might have been kicking each other, but your young teenage mind prefers to assume the most erotic possibility. They're obviously murderous lesbians who will kill their teacher and escape together. Class is over. Are you okay? You look like you're drooling. Fatigue breaks you out of your daydream, and after you wipe your face, you shuffle out of the classroom. I get something. Wasn't the past the worst? What is that? What to do? What to do? Where to go? Let's go here. Peeking to the French class during lunch periods. Oh, one by you. Come in, come in. It's an empty classroom. The teacher seems to keep it open during breaks. It's kind of weird no one is here. Tell me, transfer student, do you believe in magnets? Believe they exist, believe they have magic powers. Believe they're cool. I mean, they are cool, however. No, I mean, they're healing powers. I got one of those magnet watches and now I no longer have the chicken legs in the morning. Makes me wonder if maybe putting a big magnet under each student's chair will increase students' health. What? Like a magnet under the chair to help keep the blood happy. I think I will suggest it at the next budget meeting. Truth is, if I want them, I'll have to buy them myself. The school never pays for anything. Sensing that the teacher was willing to keep talking to you about magnets, you slowly back out of the room. We have a gym. Let's go here. You see a girl looking through a book and furiously writing. At first you think she's doing homework, but then you see it's Jill. Oh, the new transfer student, right? You seem busy. Yeah, I'm supposed to make sure the class stays on track today, even though Evans will be out. Aren't you a student? That's his job, isn't it? Looks like a lot of work. Let's go with that. It is, yeah, a lot. I mean it. Like Mr. Coxwell, the PE teacher will be the substitute, probably. He normally is, so I'll just be helping him. Evans is really busy, you see. He's working on something that's going to change the world, and I really need to read all this before lunch. I'm so sorry, but she kind of turns away from you and gets back to work. Oh, I have a trophy again. View 30% on the scenes, cutscenes. Let's go here. This is gym. Let's go here. What's this? Check out the lab area. Some kids are eating lunch here. Some are hanging out and doing nothing. Professor Evans, hello? Yes. Who are you? I don't know you. I'm the new transfer student. Let's go with first. Oh yes, well you can use the lab during the breaks. However, lab equipment can be signed out during class only. Any violations will get you banned from the lab during breaks. Do you understand? Yes. Good. He goes back to whatever he was doing. He seems to be writing or reading something. or both. After poking around, some you leave. Oh, it's over. Science class, your first one. However, things are chaos. Jill, everyone, can you please open your book to page 303? You heard the globe, page 303, everyone. The teacher blows his whistle loudly, getting the chattering gaggle of kids to quiet down and focus up. Okay, now we're working on the basic chemical reactions lab. It's actually on page 306. The tone in her voice is unmistakable. Yes, turn to page 306. The temperature in the room drops about 5 degrees. Who the brainiacs, page 306, get to it. We'll be going over some basic chemical reactions. Everyone is going to need to put on goggles and know how to use the eye wash station. The eye wash station is over here. Holy hell, what kind of terrible torture device in this? It's for washing your eyes if you get something in them. I'd rather lose my eyes than put them in that. Yeah. We were sitting right next to you. Wait, are you her lab partner? She huffs and talks low enough that probably no one else can hear. A student teaching the class, it's ridiculous. Especially when she's so frazzled from helping out with Professor Evans' special project. She can barely keep herself together. Evans is taking advantage of her. Real smart, but she's not smart enough to see that. Teachers should not take advantage of students. What's Evans working on? Is the PE teacher an idiot? Let's go with first. Teachers shouldn't take advantage of students. They really shouldn't. Evans is just making Jill do all his real work, and if he does accomplish anything, she won't even be mentioned in the final paper. It happens all the time. Oh, okay, so we're supposed to be doing this. She points at the book. It looks like a lot of words and colored images together. It's horrifying. However, I think that I want to try something like. She flips forward a few pages and it looks 6 times as scary. There's so many colors and things. Wait, is that a skull and crossbones warning? So we need here put on these goggles. Oh, put them on. It puts on the safety gear as really does the same and starts together and mess with the chemicals. Looks like something is out of control. She talks while she's doing it, but it's hard to keep up with it. So as this is a base, we need to be careful. We don't want any long-time reaction, so can you hand me the next one? Step talk to you when it's over there. And the pink chemical, green chemical, clear chemical. I think it's clear. And the clear chemical. He takes it and pours it carefully into what she's working on. Oh wait, this is that. It's at that moment you realize she's been pointing at the red chemical. You hadn't even seen it. Oh well, that's the worst of it. There's an explosion. Thankfully it's one made mostly of foam. Splashed out of the container in front of her. Oh. She stumbles back into you, foam going everywhere. Both of you fall, the room goes dark. Oh, come on now, get up you two, this is such a mess. It's better get cleaned up. of the school is going to bring in. You can hear just fine, you can't see, it's the foam all over your goggles. You reach for them, but you find something else, a warm, soft, and hey, you deserve it, man. She's on top of you. You realize this. You have a moment where you realize that she's sitting on your face. All very still. Shock her off. All very still. You hold very still, it's nice, warm, and just a good place to be. Eventually, though, she manages to get herself off and jumps up. The world returns. Maybe it's covered in what looks like some kind of foam standing in the middle of class. Everyone is staring and laughing. Eventually, you both stop screaming. That's what happens when you go off book. Vivi doesn't say anything back to that, she's too embarrassed, but she clearly wants to. By the time the mess is cleaned up, the bell rings. On the way out, Vivi doesn't look you in the eye. Sorry, I should have made sure you knew what I was asking for. Did you like? Never mind. She rushes out of class before you can ask what she meant. What is this? Well, this is for going out of campus. Let's go here. This is probably library. You decide to just head back to your dorms. The way back you see Professor Evans. He is irritated, almost shouting a man walking with him. Spike, I don't care what your concerns are. I started this research for you, so you better. He notices you and immediately stops talking, instead just watching you until you walk off. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy. You make it home, well, to your dorm room, which is going to be your home for at least as long as you go to the school. It was quite a day, but maybe there's a place for you here. You are tired though, so you see something move in the dark outside your window. Taking a closer look, you see it's a small animal, a rat. The rat stares at you for a few moments. It looks weird. You don't know why, but that rat sends a shiver down your spine. It crawls off into the night, and then there's just darkness. You're probably just letting things get to your head. You try to get some sleep. I got a trophy for this. Maybe I cannot get the trophy in the first episode. Let's try that again. Something has to change. Now see me do it again, trophy. I completed loop 1. Let me check what I have here. I have 1, 3, 6. Oh my god. How do I get up there? Choices. Huh? There's a trophy to get 1,000 points. So I don't think so I can get that in this first playthrough. I should have get out. I didn't get out from here. Okay, we will continue next time. God bless you all. Stay safe and peace.